This is the best part of my job. Why do you need it on your truck? Incredible flow numbers. You go right to 100 lift and see that? Huge. Dude, that is solid with stock valve. You saw it here first, folks. Will here from Power Driven Diesel. I'm coming to you today with a brand new cylinder head, fresh on the market. This is the Power Driven Diesel Stage 1 ported 6-liter Power Stroke head. Why do you need it on your truck? Tune in. All right, guys, really, why do you need a ported head on your 6-liter? Well, let me give you a little clue. The first, this is the exhaust valve on a 6-liter Power Stroke. This is the exhaust valve on a Cummins. There's 2 valves per cylinder. Do you see a big difference here? 1.1 inch on the Power Stroke, 1.295 inches on the Cummins. I mean, they're not even comparable. But interestingly enough, the Ford Power Stroke intake valve is 1.34 inches and the Cummins is a measly 1.25 inches. So the Cummins has the same intake and exhaust valve size, different angles, slightly different valve, but essentially identical. The Ford, huge difference between intake and exhaust. And so guess what? The Ford exhaust flows like crap. So let's cut to the chase. Why do you need a ported head? When the exhaust side is choked up, it chokes the whole engine. It's like you breathing through a straw running a marathon. You're not going to do very well because you can't breathe. But pretend like you can breathe in through your mouth, but you have to exhale through a straw. That's what a Ford Power Stroke is. They have great intake flow, terrible exhaust flow. The only reason they even get away with it is because they have 8 cylinders to flow instead of just 6 like a Cummins. So our number one priority was pick up exhaust flow. Lucky for you, we have access to both sides of the exhaust port very easily on a Ford head, and so we're able to really get the exhaust flow, tuned up on the exhaust side. The intake, we're working with push rod holes and stuff. There's not as much you can do on the intake, but it doesn't need much help anyway. So right now I'm going to strap this Stage 1 head onto this Brzezinski slider plate. This lets you have a very consistent flow test. So you have very accurate within 1 CFM back and forth. And we have the factory 3.75 bore size. So we actually have the right, so this is going to mimic a cylinder. I even bought a 3.75 bore sleeve to go in there. So it's replicating a real cylinder, just the way all that stuff would stack up on your Ford. So there's nothing left to do but get this sucker strapped down on the plate here, get on the flow bench, and let's see how the numbers are. I'm really excited. This is the best part of my job. One thing that's important when you're playing with the flow bench, you need to plug all the holes going into the head. I've seen companies that cheat on flow bench results. They'll leave a spark plug out, or in this case, a glow plug. So what I have here is an actual glow plug. I'm going to put it in the cylinder I'm testing here so that we can actually get an accurate measurement. Otherwise, this could spike the numbers 7, 10 CFM. We also need to plug the injector. I don't have an injector handy, but I have a 24-valve Cummins injector. You saw it here first, folks. A 24-valve Cummins injector with a little clay will fit in a Ford Power Stroke head and plug the hole so that we don't get bad readings. And the final thing, the intake, there's a sharp angle without the intake shelf attached. So we have a little modeling clay here so that we can put some radiuses where this comes in so that we get the best flow reading. If you don't put this on like the factory port, it loses about 5 CFM. So just to be consistent, because normally there's an intake bolted, you don't normally have a sharp edge going into the ports. I'm just going to kind of put this here to give us a good fair test. All this stuff matters. I'm teaching the tips and tricks guys do to cheat on flow benches and show why theirs is better. This is apples to apples. This is exactly how I flowed the OEM one. Now the other way to cheat on a flow bench that we aren't going to do, if you put the exhaust manifold or a 2-inch exhaust pipe on like a gas head, they'll flow another 10, 12 CFM sometimes. This Ford, believe it or not, when I tested it, flows better with the factory exhaust manifold than without it. But since it's a pain to hold it up there and bolt it on, I'm not going to flow it with the manifold. But if you get a guy that his exhaust flows higher than mine, ask to see if you put a manifold on there, because this exhaust flows pretty dang good considering the size of the valves in here. 1.1 inch. All right. She's ready. And I'm the dummy. I put this on backwards so you get to see me flip this around. Okay, so I got my notebook already. Now off camera, I flowed a stock 6-liter Power Stroke head. This came off of one of Barron's trucks. He estimated it had about 200,000 miles. I don't know if the head had ever been worked on or serviced, but from the looks of it, it looked to me like a stock 6.0 Power Stroke head, no special valve job. I've tested a few others. They all fall within 1 or 2 CFM this range, so it's a really good sample. Just to hit you a little quick here, here's the numbers. We took it clear up to 700 lift because that's about as high as we can go where the valve retainers hit. Fords have really high or installed height, so they can handle a much bigger cam. In factory form, they only lift the valve less than 400 thousandths, somewhere in that mid 350 range. The reason we flow at high numbers is if you have a port that stalls before it gets to your high lift there, when you have a real running engine working at higher pressures than the flow bench is working, the port will stall, meaning the air will jump the short side radius. And so if you have turbulence problems at high lift, you're going to have turbulence problems at low lift on a real engine. That's why we test it all the way up. Not that you're going to lift the valve 700. I don't know any Fords out there lifting 700. If you have a Ford Power Stroke and you lift your valve 700 thousandths, comment below. I want to know. I want to know what kind of radical power numbers you're making, because if you're lifting 700, you're doing something special. I don't know any Cummins 24 valve guys lifting the valve that high. So this is the stock intake, peaked out at 155, stock exhaust 116. And look, it stalls hard at 400 lift. 115, 500, 600, 700 lift, only 116 CFM. That is horrible, horrible flow. I've never seen anything flow that low except a four-wheeler or dirt bike cylinder head. Okay, we're gonna start with the intake side. We got our clay, yep, we're good. I'm gonna go right to 100 lift and we'll see what it does. Fingers crossed, I know what I'm doing. '86. Great. You see that? Huge. That's 15 C. I've never seen that much gain at 100 lift on anything. Okay, let's go to 200 now. Yes. 20 CFM. I had to go up another range. I only have to do this on stage 2 12 valve Cummins heads, so we're starting to get some serious flow. Now it has really big intake valves. I mean, 1.34, that's what an upgraded stage 2 Cummins gets. And this is a stock 6.0, so they have great intakes. That's 208. Big importance on the Ford because it doesn't lift the cam as high. We want low lift numbers. That's what we're chasing. But peak lift numbers are showing us the stability in the port at high engine speed, so it's going to affect it still. But the low lift is where you're really struggling. That's going to help your spool up, your torque pulling away from a stoplight. Basically, the pre-turbo characteristics, if they're better, the whole truck runs better everywhere, especially if you're at high altitude like we are here. So at 100 lift, stock 6.0, 71, this one 86 CFM. So we're talking a 15 gain, which is huge. I've never seen 15 at 100 on anything gain from porting it, which is like, but it's got really big valves. I mean, it kind of makes sense. 200, stock is 128. This one's 148. So we picked up 20 CFM. Huge. 300, stock 146. This one went 188. We're talking 42 CFM gain at 300. That's still in your lift range. I mean, guys, these are big numbers. 400, 150 stock. This one went 195. 45 CFM gain. 500, 154. This went 200. It actually bounced up to 201, but it already written 200. So we'll go with 200, but might even be, you know, like I said, this is one port. Your head, if you buy one from us, might be up or down, you know, a couple CFM. I mean, it's CNC, but, you know, there's still some core shift on heads. But still, 54 to 200, 46 CFM. 600, 155 to 205, 50 CFM at 600. And the final 155, and this ended at 208. That's 53 CFM gain. That's on 150 rough math, that's a 33% gain. Dude, that is solid with stock valves. That thing is gonna flow. I can't wait to see what the exhaust side did, because the exhaust side was horrible, and we gotta see if we can do better. But all right, let's move over to the exhaust. Zero the gauge, crack it open 100. And we gotta change this to exhaust mode. All right, 72. So the factory exhaust with the tiny valves outflowed the factory intake by 1 CFM, which is crazy. So it went with 1.1 inch valves, those tiny little four-wheeler valves. The exhaust flowed better than the intake with 1.34 inch. I mean, obviously the valve job stock on the intake must suck if that's all they can flow. But anyway, we'll see what it does. All right, the first port, 72 stock, ported, 72. Didn't pick up anything at 100 lift. It's hard to pick up at 100 lift. But I think we sacrificed a little bit at 100. The sauce is coming in right now. Oh, I got to go to 200 lift though. 100, 200. Okay, stock did 104. See if we can beat that. All right, so quick update. We're at 300 lift now. Stock did 113. We're at 138. So we have already surpassed what the stock port could do at 300 by a lot. somewhere around like 200 and 210, 220 lift. We surpassed what the stock exhaust port could flow. So we're doing pretty good. Let's see what it does at 400. Now remember, the stock cam doesn't lift at 400, but we're testing at 400 to see the stability of the air, because the airspeed's higher at the bigger lift. If it goes backwards at 400, that means it's a poorly designed port, and on a real engine, it's gonna choke because that exhaust has so much more speed. It's gonna jump and kind of slam on the top of the port. Doesn't flow as well. So you wanna check at these higher lifts to make sure the port's stable all the way through the airspeed range we can measure on the flow bench. All right, the results are in. Remember, these are tiny exhaust valves, so we're really struggling with fighting with valve size here. One thing I have tried is there's not much room to put a bigger valve. These exhaust valves are dangerously close to the cylinder as they come out of the box. It's just how Ford designed it. So you're kind of working with what you have here. But anyway, we peaked out at 157 CFM on the exhaust. Remember, the stock one peaked out at 116. So we're up a solid 41 CFM on the exhaust side. Now that's not like the 55 or 53 or whatever we got on the, 53 that we got on the intake. But remember, our baseline's only 100. So as a percentage, we actually have gained more on the exhaust than we did on the intake, which is what you need. So going down through the numbers. So here we got OEM stock 72, PDD Stage 1 72. We matched it. Sometimes when you make the port bigger, it's hard to pick up that 100 lift flow. That's why I was so impressed with the intake hitting 86. That's unheard of. 200, 104 to 111. It's a solid gain there. 6, 7 CFM. Remember, when it's only flowing about 100, that's, 6, 7%. That's awesome. 300, 113, 138, huge gain. We're still in the factory lift range. 400, we're getting just past where the factory cam lifts. 115, 147. Guys, that's huge. That's 32 CFM gain. That's enormous. 500 lift, 116. See, the stock port's done. We're still climbing. Picked up another, what's that? Another 4 CFM, 151, and then we're start getting pretty slow there. 154, 157, just small gains after. So that's where we peaked out, 157 and 208. All right, guys, had a lot of fun on the flow bench today. Incredible flow numbers. We picked up a peak 34.2% gain on the intake, a peak of 35.3% gain on the exhaust. Huge gains on this stage 1 head with stock valves. This thing's a flow monster. You put it on your Ford Power Stroke, it's going to pick up power, it's going to reduce EGT, it's going to just run a whole lot better throughout the whole RPM range. Order your set today at powerdrivendiesel.com. We have these things in stock, usually. Hurry.